You are listening to A Daughter, A Daddy, A PokeCast, a JMill for Real podcast on YouTube and Spotify. And we're your co-hosts,
Autumn!
And her daddy. How's it going today, Autumn?
Good.
All right, you excited for this episode of A Daughter, A Daddy, A PokeCast?
Yes!
All right, so first we will be discussing some of what we've done in Pokemon over the course of this last week. Then we will build our all-steel gym teams. And finally, we will talk about some of what has us excited for Pokemon during the course of this next week. And remember, if you like what you hear today, check us out on social media. Like, subscribe, and follow. All right, Autumn, what's some of the stuff that you have done with Pokemon this past week?
I've been playing Smash Brothers recently.
Okay, well, I guess talk to us a little bit about that then.
Well, there are a lot of cool Pokemon characters. Like, it's basically a game with a lot of game characters from other games in it.
Yeah, all right. Actually, we were smashing together last night because I know you were playing some of the Pokemon characters. What are some of the Pokemon characters that you enjoy playing in Smash Brothers?
Well, I did Jigglypuff with you yesterday. Well, okay, I almost did until something else caught my attention.
Okay, what else caught your attention?
Well, let's see. Oh, yes, Isabelle, I think.
Okay. I'm pretty sure you actually played Jigglypuff in the game yesterday.
Okay, just don't remember, I guess.
And you were also fooling around with the Pokemon Amiibos earlier this past week, too, right?
Yes, I was pretending I was in an anime store and giving out Amiibos because Pokemon's kind of like a anime to me.
Yeah, I mean, Pokemon counts as an anime. You didn't play anything more in S.H.I.E.L.D.? Did you do anything else as far as with the Isle of Armor?
No.
No? Okay, so you mostly... What else did you play this week? Because I know you just started playing Smash Brothers. And I know you were playing video games earlier in this week, so what else did you play this past week?
I don't know. Probably S.H.I.E.L.D.
Probably S.H.I.E.L.D., but no really noteworthy achievements?
Yes.
No, nothing wrong with that. This isn't supposed to be a chore. This is supposed to be fun, right?
Yep.
All right, but yeah. So what I did this week, all I did was I cleaned up the scatterbug mess that I had, and I started playing Pokemon Go again because Burmy is wild in Pokemon Go right now, and I actually don't have a single shiny Burmy or Wormadam. Like, I only need about less than 300 shiny Pokemon total for the full shiny living dex, but somehow all of the Burmy and Wormadam have completely avoided me. Can you believe that?
No, I cannot believe that.
It's crazy, right? So I just keep on aggressively trying to catch them and hoping that event doesn't end too soon. Honestly, I haven't checked yet today. For all I know, it's already over. But yeah, besides that, I cleaned up all of the shiny scatterbugs I talked about last time, and I added 4 new shinies to my collection this week with scatterbugs, pupa, and 2 of the different regional variants for Vivian.
Oh, wow, that's so cool.
Awesome.
Oh, wait, and I also want to tell you something else.
Okay.
If you're looking for Wormadam and Burmy, the best place to look at it is Legends of Arceus or Arceus.
Yeah, but they don't swarm in Legends of Arceus or Arceus or however you call it. They only you can only find them in the trees.
Exactly, and someday that shiny charm would kick in, and maybe you'll get one someday.
Maybe I might just have to grind it out in Legends of Arceus or Arceus or yeah. I also watched a fascinating video on YouTube about the Bun Run Nuzlocke. Only 56 people in the world have beaten it. It's an intense version way that you can play Pokemon. It has all the Pokemon through Legends of Arceus, but it takes place in the Emerald setting, and you could only catch Pokemon one time, one per route, and if it faints, it's done. So, and it's a crazy complicated game. So, I definitely want to try to brush up on my chops a little to see how terribly I fail at that game sometime.
Yep. Oh, wait, now I remember something.
Okay.
I've been playing Pokemon while watching the movie with you, the 2DS.
Oh, yes, you started playing the 2DS, right?
Yes, I was helping Mommy evolve her Inkay, but it didn't go too well. But I did find a couple Pokemon for her to level up.
Okay, very cool. And I actually was able to look through the files, and you're going to be able to play Moon very soon.
Oh my
Yeah, isn't that exciting?
Yep. And Mommy's trying to complete her Sun file so that I could use her 2DS.
Awesome. All right, you ready to build our all-steel gym teams, Autumn?
Yes.
All right, lead us off with your first one.
Registeel.
Tell us why you put the Reggie on the list again.
What? I like the Reggies.
I can't blame you for that. Like, the Reggies are really fun, right?
Yep. And I put another legendary on the list.
Well, another legendary, or is this one a mythic?
I don't know. Mythic?
Yes.
Jirachi.
All right, tell us what you like so much about Jirachi.
It's like the cosmic version of Mew to me.
Okay, that's kind of a cool way to put it. I mean, it's the Wish Pokemon, right?
Yep.
All right, very cool, very cool. And I see you added your shiny to the list next.
Shiny Heatran.
Oh, you have a special story about a shiny Heatran, don't you?
Yep. I have one in Pokemon Go.
That's cool, that's cool. I see you're going all like legendaries up to this point. Oh, wait, and then you go a second form for a Pokemon. Man, your team is stacked. You went with 5 legendaries or mythics. 3 legendaries, 2 mythics, and a second stage. Tell us what the second stage you put on is.
Dublade.
Okay, and now why Dublade in the middle of all of these like powerful Pokemon?
What? It's pink.
Okay.
Now that I was going powerful, I was also trying to go pink too.
Okay. And next up, I know you like the Steel Bunny Fairy.
Magearna.
All right.
It looks like a big bunny in a gown.
It is adorable. It's very cute. And finally, once again, we put on a Pokemon that belongs to another trainer. And what did you choose for your Pokemon that belongs to another trainer?
Hopsation.
Any reason why you chose Hopsation other than the fact that you were trying to get on another legendary and you had to pick a trainer?
No, those were my only reasons.
Okay. I also know that you like those 2 dogs a lot, right? You like both Zacian and Zamazenta, right?
Yep.
Cool. You ready to hear my list, little love?
Yes.
All right. I led off with one of my, the original steel type, in my opinion, Caesar. So I love the whole Swords Dance and Bullet Punch, and I definitely played Caesar for a little bit and had a lot of fun playing with Caesar. So I put Caesar on the list as my first one. Next, I put Shiny Skarmory. Honestly, I get that the Shiny is very subtly different with that tinge of green and everything, but, a few things here. Number one, I didn't love the other shinies for the other steel types that I put on this list. And also, I'm a big New York Jets fan, so with that hint of green, and Skarmory kind of looks like a jet a little as it's flying through the sky, I envisioned this as the New York Jets Pokemon when I picked it there. All right, so next, I chose a Pokemon from the team of one of the most powerful trainers in Pokemon, as far as I'm concerned, Champion Steven. I put his Mega Metagross on the team, and I get it, he didn't have Mega Metagross in the original version, but in later versions where he reprised, like when he reprised in the anime and whatnot, he had a Mega Metagross, so I think that counts, so I'm choosing Steven's Mega Metagross. I choose Metagross is one of my favorite Pokemon. Steven's one of my favorite trainers. It made sense to go there. All right, and then I jump forward to Gen 9 for a double dip. I go with Goldango. I've already told you guys before, Goldango is my second favorite Pokemon. I love the way it surfs around on the coins. It's a lot of fun. Anything you have to say about Goldango, Autumn?
I think it's very golden.
And I chose Tinkaton because he doesn't like the cute little fairy with the big giant steel hammer.
Yes.
I know you're a big Tinkaton fan too, right, Autumn?
Yep. Boom, boom, boom.
So and I made sure to keep Corviknight off the list because Tinkaton was on it because Tinkatons hurl rocks up at Corviknights.
Yes.
They're the natural predator of the Corviknight. I don't know how that works, how something so small and adorable is the natural predator for such a giant, big steel bird, but at the same time, I guess it does work, right?
Yes.
All right, and finally, I did put a mythic on my list too, but this isn't a mythic from a normal game. It's my go-to in Pokemon Go, my Melmetal. I use it all the time when I'm battling like Arvin and Sierra and Giovanni because it just kind of it just kind of clears away their first two shields before they clear away my first shield. And then, yeah, it faints. It doesn't necessarily take anything out along the way afterwards. But at the same time, at the very least, it clears away all the shields and it sets up a nice advantage for combat. So I love me my Melmetal. And plus, I think the design looks really cool. Anything to say about Melmetal, Autumn?
It's very irony and big.
Okay. And I know I could have gone Dynamax, Gigantamax Melmetal, but honestly, I can't Gigantamax it in the game yet. And maybe if I could, I would. I'm specifically referring to Pokemon Go's Melmetal.
Dad, I have a Gigamax Melmetal.
Yeah, but you can't have a Gigantamax Melmetal in Pokemon Go yet. You can only have it in Sword Shield, and I'm guessing Scarlet and Violet, but I'm really not sure.
Okay, but isn't Terra Raids the raids in Pokemon Violet and Scarlet?
Yeah, is it in Scarlet and Violet?
Yes, Melmetal can go into Scarlet and Violet, but it won't be able to Gigantamax.
Okay, cool. All right, so what's some of what you're looking forward to in Pokemon this coming week? What do you look forward to playing?
Arceus, and get that Enamorus.
Okay, so you're going to jump back to Arceus to get the Enamorus. And are you going to be playing some Pokemon Moon?
Yes!
Awesome. All right, as far as my Pokemon journey, I'm thinking of, I'm hoping that the Burmies are still around in Pokemon Go, and I'm focusing on them. But besides that, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Honestly, I might jump back and play some on the 3DS and play Ultra Moon. So besides that, I think that I've caught up with all of the home events for Pokemon Home, and maybe I'll do some shiny hunting for my Vivians. Do you want to shiny hunt Vivian together this week, Autumn?
Yes!
And we're also getting excited about the news released on the Nintendo Switch 2. We're hoping the price comes down, but at the same time, we're really looking forward to when they finally announce the date for the next Pokemon Legends game, right, Autumn?
Yes, we've been waiting for that.
So, once again, we reviewed some of what we did in Pokemon this past week. Then we built our all-steel gym teams. And then we talked about some of what has us excited to play Pokemon this next week. You ready to close this out, little love?
Yep. This is a daddy and daughter podcast saying out. Bye!
Bye! And remember, if you like what you heard today, be sure to listen to us on YouTube and Spotify. And check us out on social media. Like, subscribe, and follow. Once again, this is a daughter, a daddy, a PokeCast. And now for a word from our sponsors. Binbuster. Live from YouTube, it's Tuesday night, the call sign of the Binbuster YouTube channel. Once you hear this, you know you're about to embark on a journey through pop culture, movies, comics, and more. Buckle up and enjoy the ride every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. EST. Poppin' Cinema with JoeMama and friends. Showcasing the power of cinema, join JoeMama as he introduces different friends each week to a movie they have not seen before. Popping their cinematic cherry as they talk about the movie they just watched every Tuesday at midnight.